Despite pseudo-scientific attempts to alter JWST's findings, the Big Bang Theory remains on firm ground. The James Webb Space Telescope has not disproved the Big Bang, despite an August story that misrepresented remarks from an astronomer to construct a misleading narrative that the Big Bang never occurred. Even though the James Webb Space Telescope has only been conducting scientific operations for a few months, it has already achieved several groundbreaking discoveries, including the finding of what may be the earliest galaxies ever observed, which existed barely 200 million years after the Big Bang. Although concerns with sensor calibration may indicate that some of these galaxies are not as distant as previously believed, JWST has most likely set a record with a few of them. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today, we'll be looking at James Webb Space Telescope's new massive discovery in the early universe has again denied our physics. Yeah, you heard it right. So, let's start our video. Alison Kirkpatrick, an astronomer at the University of Kansas, told Space.com that the JWST is designed to discover the universe's oldest galaxies. One of the startling findings is that these galaxies are possibly more massive than we anticipated, and another is that they contain a lot of structure that we didn't think they were this ordered so early in the universe. The standard model of cosmology portrays the formation of the first galaxies as a hierarchical process in which small clouds of gas and clusters of stars merge to form bigger fledgling galaxies. Observations by JWST indicate that these early galaxies appear a little more advanced than anticipated, which is an exciting astronomical mystery that challenges existing concepts of galaxy growth. Kirkpatrick returned to her research, forgetting about her quotation. Then, in mid-August, she received a text from a friend stating that there was an incorrect article claiming that JWST's observations of distant galaxies disproved the Big Bang. This article was originally published by the Institute of Art and Ideas, but has since been published on mainstream news sites. Worse yet, the story misrepresented astrophysicists as worrying over the possibility that the Big Bang hypothesis is incorrect by misusing what Kirkpatrick had told Nature and quoting her out of context. Eric Lerner, the author of the article and independent researcher, has been a chronic Big Bang denier since the late 1980s, preferring his pseudoscientific alternative. "I saw it and thought, this is horrible, but it's also nonsense. Nobody's gonna read this," Kirkpatrick said. The next thing I know, everybody's read it. Things became more stressful for Kirkpatrick. Even though her close friends and co-workers recognized that she had been misquoted, more distant acquaintances began to contact her, asking if she had indeed said it and even questioning her sanity. Then, scores of emails from individuals who had seen the post and believed it flooded her inbox. People even called her phone. Lee McIntyre, a philosopher of science at Boston University and author of the book How to Talk to a Science Denier, finds none of this unexpected. McIntyre is eager to distinguish between those who intentionally promote anti-science beliefs and those who are duped into believing them through ignorance. McIntyre spent several days conversing with believers at a flat earth convention to better grasp the strategies science doubters employ, regardless of the subject matter. The first step in science denial is cherry-picking evidence, McIntyre told Space.com. Number 2 is that they lie about conspiracy theories. Number 3 is that they engage in illogical reasoning. Number 4 is they rely on fake experts and denigrate real experts. And number 5, they insist that science has to be perfect to be credible. McIntyre remarked that the strategies utilized in Lerner's article are typical of science denialists. For instance, Lerner uses logical fallacies, claiming that more distant galaxies should appear larger in the Big Bang scenario because their light should have left when they were closer to us in an expanding universe. They were the most distant galaxies when their light left them, and they're the most distant galaxies now. Therefore, they should not appear to be becoming larger with distance. In addition, he cherry-picks data, neglecting other evidence for the Big Bang, such as the cosmic microwave background, which is the event's residual heat. He exaggerates actual evidence, indicating that the surprising characteristics of these early galaxies are not only a significant challenge for models of galaxy formation, but, as he writes, cosmology as a whole, and he denigrates real scientists by knowingly misusing their words against them and claiming that there is a conspiracy among government-funded committees to stamp out any heretical ideas that dare question the Big Bang. McIntyre concedes that it is difficult to persuade science skeptics since their natural inclination is to mistrust what specialists or authorities tell them. It is tempting for scientists to ignore them, expecting they will disappear, but McIntyre argues that this is a mistake since they do not disappear. If we ignore it, that's one of the worst things we can do, because if we don't engage and refute, they're just going to recruit more believers and it can get out of hand, McIntyre said. To win over science doubters, however, you must first earn their trust, which is extremely challenging. The only people who have ever changed their minds that I know about did so because somebody they trusted took the time with as much love and empathy as possible to get them to realize that they were mistaken, McIntyre said. It is necessary to recognize that most science doubters are victims. I'm not referring to Eric Lerner's, but to those who believe him. In the interim, scientists continue to learn more about the early cosmos thanks to the incredible data gathered by the JWST. The irony is that the JWST's observations support the Big Bang hypothesis by demonstrating that the early galaxies were smaller and grew larger over time, as predicted by Big Bang cosmology. The unexpected discovery that the early universe galaxies are more numerous, massive, and organized than anticipated does not invalidate the Big Bang theory. It indicates that some of the cosmology that follows the Big Bang theory requires a few adjustments. And this is the enjoyment of science. Despite the claims of Lerner and other science denialists, science is never black and white. We're constantly learning and refining our beliefs. There's no nefarious plot to stifle independent thought. More than anything else, science is founded on observation and evidence, both of which are abundant in the Big Bang. Therefore, the next time you read that the Big Bang did not occur, that the Earth is flat, or that climate change is not occurring, do not take their words at face value, as scientists would politely request their evidence and hold it to the highest standards. And that's all for today's video. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section down below. I hope that you found this video interesting, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. See you in the following video with some more of the latest updates, and until then, stay tuned.